Joining us at the beach today is Rich Homie Quan.
Mark D'Antonio's favorite MC. He's a Think It's a Game recording artist, and his new single, Flex, OOO, is available on iTunes. Let's get to know him a little.
Quan, what would you say was your most desperate time coming up in music where you thought maybe, hey, I'm not going to make it where I want to make it?
My most desperate time would have to have been when I got locked up. I got locked up for burglary. Keep in mind, I graduated with a 3.2 grade point average, so at that time I know I had a felony, which is an F on my report card. I can't be that doctor I wanted to be anymore. I can't be that lawyer I wanted to be anymore. I played baseball from 14 to 18, so those are out of the no more baseball. So me being locked up, I thought about it. I said, Quan, what are you good at? I could always write poetry. I love reading books. So I started off with writing poetry, and I would be in my dorm room beating on the desk. I would beat the desk on the dorm so hard my knuckles would start bleeding.
Your time in jail, you talk about it being a positive time because it corrected everything.
Yes.
The worst day in jail, though, what did that look like?
My worst day in jail has been my second day in jail, only because when I got locked up, I'm under the impression I'm getting out the next day. Okay, so I'm on the phone, I'm talking to my mother every day, like, my mama like, yeah, Quan, you coming home? When I got locked up, I sat in jail with no bond for 4 months. So they set me in there like I had murdered somebody. I was on the top floor in confinement, 23-hour lockdown a day, which means you only have an hour a day to yourself, a 20-minute phone call. You can take a shower if you want. That's on your discrepancy now. But you have an hour of your time to your day. So that's what got me more into reading. Like I said, I graduated with a 3.2, but at that time, I didn't understand the knowledge of reading. I can read words perfectly, but it's the difference between reading words and understanding words. Once I learned how to read with understanding, I felt as if that's what created Rich Homie Quan. My favorite author would have to be James Patterson. I love his books. I love everything about him. One person I would love to meet before, I go out of this world, James Patterson, my biggest idol.
You wound up in jail for burglary. Like, how did that wind up happening where that became the way you were going about life?
I see, be honest, I came up, I grew up with my mother. I lived with my mother. My dad stayed in my life my whole career. It's just they were never together. So, I know I could always go to my dad's house and get anything I wanted. When I got the accident, they started telling me no. I had to get me a new hustle, and breaking in houses were one of my hustles.
How often were you doing this? Like, you get caught, but how often were you doing it before you got caught?
I was doing it 4 times a week. I was making me $15,000 a week, I was making $15,000 a week at the age of 19, spending $11,000 a week, was leaving me before because I had no guidance. As fast as I was getting the money, I was spending the money.
When you went into the ring with Adrian Broner, you're bringing him into the ring. There was a fight that broke out. What happened there? Did someone try to take your chain? Is that what happened?
No, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the first time I've ever told this story. Okay, I walked Adrian Broner out. We were outside before he goes in or whatnot, and I'm on my tour bus, changing clothes. So it's a man comes, keeps trying to take a picture, knocking on the window like, can I take a picture of Rich Homie? Keep in mind, I'm having a bad day. My grandmother just died. My grandmother just died this day. So, okay, make a long story short, I didn't take a picture. He gets mad about the picture. So as I'm walking him on stage, he changed his clothes. He walked right. He hit me first. Y'all didn't see. He hit me. But he said, I'm a trained boxer. Man, I wear a $135. If you're a trained boxer, why do you knock me off of my feet? So after he hit me in my face, my retaliation was, oh, no, you don't hit me and get away with it. Let's get him now, and I'm going to show Floyd how he needs to do Pacquiao. And it was
So that was that dude. But you do seem to be, hitting people a lot. Like, didn't you have to hit that dude in the crowd that tried to take your watch?
Yeah, man. It's not that. That's true. That's true. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
that's true. But no, I think it be more of a situation, man. You see my size, and I look approachable, but bro, I come from nothing, and it's like I wear it on my shoulder. I can't let nobody take this away from me. So no, I'm not an S starter. I just don't condone in BS. Like you're a man, and you won't let nobody try you. You won't let nobody sit on your stage with people that's come to see. Come on, man, just get off the stage. I asked him 3 times, can you please get off the stage? Nope, this is my stage. Okay, I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna let this be your stage.
Yeah, you see what's going on here. We talk about this in football all the time. The little dude that's tired of people trying him, and then once he goes over the line, it becomes a problem. Is that
I feel like
I
feel like I'm Steve Smith, who used to play the Panthers.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That's what I was thinking about.
I'm Steve Smith. You underestimated, and when the outcome comes, now you feel some type of way.
What happened with Young Thug? What's the story there? You guys are friends and then the whole thing fell apart there? Or where are you guys now on this?
Me and Young Thug, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, like we can't, yeah, you know, he'll always my brother for life, man. You know, no hard feelings, you know what I mean? We both went to middle school together. We live in Atlanta. Right now, just a lot going on. You know, I'm still the same Quan, man. I've never said anything to trash Thug or banish his name, because that's not where I come from. I'm all about giving, you know, blessings. So, you know what I mean? I wish Thug the best of success, man.
Well, see, that's very positive, and I guess I'm going to be the instigator here, but when you read that he says, I mean, you guys were brothers, and he calls you Homie Quan, your reaction when that gets back to you is what?
Look, my first reaction was, my brother called me Homie Quan, and I took my glasses off. Like, to be honest, not to get in my feelings, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not hurting as in, oh, I'm going to cry, like, dog, bro, I would never disrespect you, point blank, period. Especially when we have each other's number. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's certain stuff you do and certain stuff you don't do. And it's a certain way you do things. And that's not one of the ways I would have done it.
Let's go to a 3-shot here. We're gonna change the camera angle so my father can ask you something.
Oh, that what's up,
Nice
man?
meeting
You look good.
Nice meeting you, Richie.
Oh, no, nice to meet you. You look good to be 70, man. I thought you were 43, man. I got to watch out for my women.
You're my type of guy. You're my type of guy, yeah.
Hey, I love you, Pop.
Go ahead, Poppy. Ask him your question. What do you got for him? Go ahead.
What is the craziest night you had in Miami?
Woo.
The craziest night would have to have been at Live when they say I punched a man in the face. That's the craziest ever. You got to look at it. Me weighing a buck 125, the man says I punched him twice. He has a chipped tooth, and he has memory losses in the back. I weigh a buck 35. So what I did was I hired me an attorney. And from now, we're going to let the attorney handle those situations. Because this sounds preposterous. Look at me. Do I look like I would not? Listen, the man was every bit of 400 pounds, man. He's a bouncer. Hey, that's like Muggsy Bogues knocking out Shaq. It would never happen. Never happen.
Can you teach me the Rich Homie dance?
The Rich Homie dance? Okay. How can we put this in PG mode? So listen.
You don't have to be PG. You don't have to be PG. Listen. My father's a grown man. Let's go. It doesn't have to be PG.
All right, so look, Dad. The Rich Homie dance is basically me. We're going different ways. I stop. I wipe the sweat off, and we get back to it. We get back to it. We go all around the room with it. We go all around the room with it. We slow it down, and we get back to it. We get back to it. But look, Pop, you got to make sure your feet moving. Cause you got to make sure
feet moving.
You got to make sure your feet moving.
I got everything moving.
I got everything moving.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm moving. Shake it. Yeah.
Right.
What's going through your mind right now? Tell me what's going through your mind.
Question. Thank you, Homie Quan. I need to get out of here. This is wonderful and awful. See you later. Thank you, sir.
Private lessons.
No.
Yes.